Hey, hi. Today we are going to see how can we customize chart. I mean, you might have been technically correct about a chart, a default chart, but then when you create a chart, your chart must speak. It must communicate, right? Then we have the raw data. Right. We do something with the data. We find out the averages. We compare, maybe category wise. We do something. We compare, and we find out some information, and then we create the chart. And what is the main purpose of that chart is to communicate the things visually to the business or for whoever you are analyzing the data. Uh, so today we will see how can you communicate that data properly in a meaningful way. We will see how can we achieve that by customizing the default chart. We will compare the default chart versus a customized chart, and really you will feel like, oh wow. So with that said, let's start. But before that, there was a query from one of my viewer. uh, it was like, I do stuffs in Linux. This is my Linux box. Python is platform independent. Okay, you name. I am using this Parrot Linux. You can use any version. You can use Ubuntu. You can use Red Hat. Anything. You can use Windows. You can use Mac. uh, just don't see like where I am coding. What is my OS? I use Linux for several other purpose. Just for Python, I'm not gonna switch to Windows or something else. But still, then I would like to show that it's platform independent. You can let me just see. I will open up my virtual machine, and it might take some time. Let's say I do Python 3, and then I say print, and then I say hi. Okay, so it's gonna print out hi. So now you create the charts. You use pandas. You use NumPy. You use Matplotlib, Seaborn. I mean, anything that you can do here, you can. Okay, it's gonna take some time, I guess. Okay, so I'm here. Let me just log in. Uh, I'm not going to work on Windows though. I will just show you that things can be done. If you don't have Python installed in your machine, you just go to the Python's website. You go here and you go to downloads, and then okay, you click here. The latest version right now is 3.14.6. So you click on it and it will start downloading. Oh, I have already. I think I should have it. Let me see. Let me just quickly go ahead and install it. Use admin privileges. Make sure you tick on this two box, and then you click on install now. Okay, so my Python has been installed here. Now, let me just show you here. Start run cmd, and then I just type in Python. Stick Python. I can pretty much do the same thing. Print hi, and it's gonna print out hi. So I'm just gonna exit from here. Just make sure for this projects and this series, I'm gonna use pandas. So pip install pandas. After installing Python, you just open up and you write pip install pandas, numpy, matplotlib. These are the three libraries that we need. Okay, let me just, these are the three libraries, pip install, pandas, numpy, and matplotlib. So whether you are on a Linux box or Windows or Mac, right, you just install Linux. By default comes with Python install pre-installed, so we don't have to install it separately like we do for Windows. uh, so in Windows, you have to download the Python first, you install the Python, and once the Python is installed, you open up a command prompt and then you type in pip install pandas, numpy, and matplotlib, and you see as it's installing. So I will pause the video here until it gets installed. Okay, so my Matplotlib is also installed. What you need is you need a VS Code editor or any editor you prefer. That's fine, completely fine. You can code anywhere. You can even code on a notepad also. Uh, just for a sample, I will just show that you can pretty much do uh, exactly the same thing that I am doing in Linux. You can do it in Windows. It's nothing like I'm doing in Linux and you will not be able to do it. It's nothing like that. So I am quickly creating a file here. Import matplotlib.py plot as plt, and I create a data set here. Let's say what months is equal uh, January, and Feb, and I just say sales something like 150, let's say 120. Okay, so I just say plt dot uh, plot months and sales, and then I say plt dot show. Okay, so I just run this file. I need to save this first. Let me save it as something test dot py. Okay, I made a spelling mistake here. It's pyplot. Save this file and run it again. So you can see here I have the chart here. So pretty much whatever I'm doing in Linux, you can do it in Windows also. So don't worry about that. You just focus on the codes, how to, what are the libraries that I'm using, how to create the charts. Okay, so this was just for your information. So I'm going to quickly close this because I will be working on Linux. So I'm just going to shut it down. Okay, so my system has turned off. I will just close it, and we will go ahead and see. We will code custom chart.py, and I should have the file open here. Yep, and I'm gonna import. I don't need pandas today because I will be only working with charts. I will be creating charts, so I don't need pandas today. Matplotlib.py plot as plt. Okay, plt. Now I make some data here. Let's say months equal January, Feb, March, April, and I will stop here till May. And for let's say revenue, I will say I'm just trying to make a sales data here. I will say what let's say 100, then I say 120, then I say it drop down, then I say 150, then again it drop down. Let's drop it a little bit more. So I have 5 values here. Okay, fine. So by default, if I use a chart, okay, what does it say? Plt dot uh, plot, and I say months revenue. and then I say plt dot show. Okay. So it's gonna you know show me a default chart. Yeah, trust it. Okay. uh, So as you can see, this is pretty much saying nothing. It's technically correct, right? It's showing that the sales data, it went to 100. From 100 it started, it went to 120 to 110 to 150, then it dropped down to 130. Okay, that's fine, completely fine. But then it's not speaking something anything. If I just go ahead and give this data to someone, they cannot figure it out, like what exactly it is. There is no labels, uh, no coloring schemes. I mean, this is technically correct, but then what I will do is I will just compare it with a customized chart. For that, um, what we need to do is this is, let's say, default chart. Let me increase the font. Okay. Uh, Now, few things that I will like to do first is plt dot subtitle. What will it do? Subtitle will give a title at the top. Since I will be using two charts here to compare, so I'm using subtitle because I will be using subplot to merge, to combine two charts in one figure. Okay, but if you're using just one chart, then it's title. Okay, but when you are using subplot to combine charts, you use subtitle. So subtitle, and I will just say here comparison. Okay, so I'm done with the title. Next thing what we want to do is plt dot figure. Okay, what does it do? It will give you the size of the chart. Maybe you want to uh, copy this chart in a PDF or a Word file for some presentation. So you need to have a particular size which you might prefer. So here, fixed size, I'm saying it takes a tuple, and let's say I take here the width is 8 inch, and for the height, let's say it's 5, and we have a DPI here. DPI means dot per inches. So we work with it can be 75, okay, or 100, 150, and 300. 300 is for printing. If you want your chart to be printed on a flex or something, this is the DPI that you use, 300. Okay, for presentation and all, if you want to copy this chart to Word file or a presentation, you use 150. This is for presentation. For regular screen, you use 100 or yeah, and 75 is a regular one. Okay, the more the DPI, more is the sharpness of the image file that will be generated. So I'm gonna use here 100. Okay, so I have a title here. I have now what I'm gonna do is I will use plt dot subplot, and it takes a row, a column. So I'm gonna use one row with two column, and in my first position I'm gonna place my first chart, the default one. So this is my first chart. So I might wanna bring this down. Okay, so here, let me organize it properly. And here, yeah, this is the default chart. uh, if I just run it, you have already seen how it looks. It's a very simple one, right? So I would not like to show it now, and then I use here a custom chart. Okay, so what I will do is I will quickly copy this, and we will start customizing it. Okay, now let's say I have revenue here. It was for 2025, and here I make one more, and let's say I forecasted for 2027, and let's say the sales will increase, and 180 maybe, then say 130, 150, let's say, let's make it 140, and let's make it 190. So this is my forecasted values. So I need to make some changes here. 2025 and plt dot plot much dot revenue 2027. Okay. uh Here I say 2025, and I will use a label here now, and I say this is 2025 data. And since I am using a label, I have to use something legend, and this is 2027. Okay, so let me write it here. Plt dot legend. Fine. Now let's customize it. Let's say I wanna make the color as red. Okay, perfect. Now I say I need a line width of, you can write LW or you can write line width like this. Okay, but why to write so much when I can achieve the same thing with LW? So I say LW is line width I want as 3. Okay, fine. I need a marker here, and marker is, let's say I want to be O. There are the markers can be of S for square, cross mark, and I think one more was there. I think it was star, I guess. Whatever. Like we have different types of marker here, and I would like to customize the marker, and I say marker size. Let's make it 5. Okay, and I say marker face color. I needed what was the color that I gave? Red, right? So I need yellow. Okay. Now I say style. Line style I need as a solid line. So the other kinds of styles are, you have a dashed. Let me make it big so that you can see it. We have a dotted line. We have a dash dotted line like this. Okay, cool. So this is my line style, marker face color, and I say marker edge color. I need it as black. So these are some of the things that I need in my line. So let me copy this thing. Uh, the same things I'm gonna copy and paste it here. Now what I wanna do is, instead of a solid line, I need a dotted line, because I'm forecasting it. It cannot be solid. It doesn't make sense, right? This should be in position 2, and here I need a comma, and here I need a comma, and of course I think, okay, so I might want to add here line width. Line width is done. Okay, so let's go ahead and see. I might want to add grid here. Plt dot grid, and I set the alpha LPH alpha to 0.3, and then I would like to, okay, this is one more thing, tight layout, which we have to use. Plt dot tight layout, and I say rect equals um, 0.05, means 5% from the left side, 0.05 go until 5% from the bottom. From the right side I need 5%, so 0.95, and from the top I need 0.95, means 5%. So okay, so title layout is done, and let's go ahead and run this file. So now my data is speaking. If I just present this to someone, they can easily understand the solid line. What I am trying to say is the the data which was passed, or maybe it's in the present that's ongoing, and then I say that the dotted lines are the future data that I plotted, right? So, and I would also let's say this January, February, these are some words which are pretty big, so it might not fit here. So what I will do is I will um, plt.xticks, and I say rotate, rotation of 45-degree, and you will see that they got, yeah, can you see here, like January, February, March, they got at an angle. So if the words are big, they will get into an angle so that they don't overlap with each other. So there are also a few things you can work with. Let's say, what do we have? Because I'm just creating a figure there. I am trying to increase the font size of my title here to, let's say, 16. And then I might wanna add some labels here. Plt dot X label. I say these are my months. Plt dot Y label. I say these are my revenue, and I make some changes to the font. I make it here as 14, and here I would like to have 14. Yep, and xticks, and xticks here I would like to have a font size here too, as um, as how much can I give? I give here as 12. Now let's run this. So you can see that the font got a little bit bigger in size. You can also have font style as sorry, font weight as, let's just show you. We can have let's say I want to have a bold font here, and I might want to increase the size, and I say font weight bold. So it's going to make the title strong. So it got bold here, and the font size also increased here. So this is pretty much how you can make your chart communicate the data properly to the business. You can customize your chart. Even you can customize the grids that you see here. This can be customized too, but for this such a small data, that's meaningless to have, very small grids. So that was it. And so let's summarize. We know now about the subtitle. We know how to use subplots. We know about how to change the color. We know how to customize the marker. We know about the line style, line width. We know about the font size too. And we also know about the font weight. We know now about label, that months, and revenue that it was written in the chart. We know about, since we are using a label, we have this legend here. We know about the figure. We know about the DPI. We understand now the DPI means when we want to send for printing, we use a 300 quality. We know about xticks, how to rotate the words or the captions. So that's it for this video. In my next video, we will make some cool projects and work with charts and data. And till then, take care.